Hello everybody. This is Sheila with Simply Simple Creations by Sheila, and today we're going to make a Santa mail card holder, whatever. I actually started out putting Waverly Antique wax on here, and this was a metal tin, whatever, and it didn't work very well, so I wiped it all off, and I did a mixture of a brown and a black together. I didn't show you me painting the whole thing, but I did give the whole thing a coat just to give it a little darkness, take away some of the silver. And then I dried it. I used some of the Vaseline because y'all all know that I am not big on the candle wax. One, because I just haven't used it that much. And I thought that this might work a little bit better with it being metal. And I was right. After that, the ruby slipper from Plaster Paint Company, sorry. I put it on there. You can see where I put the Vaseline and it's not covering it up. But that's okay. That's exactly the effect I was going for. And so once I have it all painted up, you'll be able to tell better what we're doing. I'm actually just kind of making it dirty, grungy, farmhousey, old, antique, whatever you want to call it, whatever word you want to call it. So after I put the I call it ruby red slipper, but it's just red slipper on, I dried it up again. And you can see where the paint's not sticking and where it's going to come off, and that's fine. I'm just going to scrape it. I've got my little scraper out, but a rag actually worked better. I still use the scraper a little bit, but when I just would wipe the rag over it, the paint would come off right where I needed it to come off, and so it worked really, really, really well. I like the look that I got from it. It looks aged. It looks antique. It's just a fun look. Then I took letters that I got from Hobby Lobby and just spelled out Santa mail. You could put Santa's mailbox. You could put Santa's letters. I just did Santa mail, and that way it can just be simple. Mail from Santa, mail going to Santa. Just put your cards in it, whatever you want to. Just something fun. So I took Waverly white. Actually, I think it was Folk Art. Sorry, it's Folk Art chalk white. And I just painted over the letters with a little sponge brush. It's the easiest way I found. Put them on some tape, paint over them. My A was giving me fits there, wanted to come up off that tape. But then I just dried it. Once I had it all dry, y'all, I got my favorite thing out, my ink pad. And I just went over them, made them real dirty looking. Y'all know I like to dirty things up. So I just dirtied them up. And then we simply took them and I used hot glue and put them on. Now I probably will go back and put some Quick and Thick on or some tacky glue along with some hot glue, because the hot glue doesn't like to adhere to metal very well. And I'm sure if any of you have ever used hot glue on metal, you know that it just doesn't take very good. So I will go back and put those on there a little bit better just to secure them better, because here in a minute you'll see the S falls off and I have to re-glue it. Then I took some ribbon, just leftover ribbon that I had from last year. I think all of this ribbon came from Hobby Lobby and the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to cut them into strips. And we are going to put them in a crisscross shape. Y'all know the famous refab bow. That is what we're doing on this project. So let me get this out of the way. And here we go, making the bow. Just crisscross each one of them. Now, after I did... well, I'm getting ahead of myself here. When I got these all down, I used the jute to put them in the middle. Sorry, here in a minute I'll move up. I apologize for that. There we go. But I just wrapped it just to give it a little bit more depth and definition in the middle of that bow. So I wrapped it 3 or 4 times, tied a knot in the back, cut off the excess, and then I decided to dovetail. So y'all, when you dovetail, my best way to tell you is to make a taco, fold it like a taco, and cut away. Fold it like a taco and cut away. And so that's what we did. And then we just simply hot glued it to our little metal letter can. I think I got that at the Dollar General. And then put my S back on there. And there you have it, you guys. We have Santa mail. So I think it turned out beautiful. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me what you would have done differently. Metal is just a little bit different than wood to work with, but I just think it turned out fabulous. Have a great day, y'all.